Hey guys, Ryan from Spyker Workshop here again with part 3 of this truck building series. I wanted to show you guys kind of my paint job that I've been working on. I've been doing very kind of general wear. Basically, I just took a black paint and thinned it really thin, brushed it on, and then immediately wiped it off with a paper towel. And then I did that a couple times, and it slowly built up, like just some very basic shading. But I liked how it came out. I'll probably leave it just like this and not do anything more with it. It'll get worn out more while I start driving around outside. But I got most of the parts in here. I put on the headlights, and I love how this truck's grill looks. It's one of the main reasons I originally bought this kit. This truck just looks super beefy. And they have little rubber hood latches, and I didn't screw it in yet. I started work on the lighting on here. They have a cool little circuit board where all the headers for the lighting system plug into. It's got headlights on the fenders here, and these have LEDs on the inside. And I didn't have a speaker. I'm not gonna put a sound system in this, at least yet, but it goes in here if you use one. And this I didn't hook up yet, but this is what controls the lighting system. Kind of runs through your servos and stuff. And it's got little mirrors. It's kind of cool. The mount for the mirror is rubber, so you can like knock into them pretty hard, and they just kind of flex back. And then the little opening doors here. Let me show you. I did a similar wear paint job on the whole back of the truck. And I wired up the basics of everything. The fake engine block is what actually stores most of the electronics. It's kind of a tight fit, and I don't think you'll be able to cram that in there, but I was gonna kind of tuck that in the side once I get it all assembled. But I got just a basic speed controller from Hobby King in here, that X-Car one. It's like 45 amps or something. And then I'm using the 9X radio for this. You really only need a 2-channel, but I think they recommend 3 because there are 3 channels coming out of here. So I got everything connected and wired up, and it's pretty much done at this point. Only 2 things left to do is the wooden bed in the back, and I still want to sew my own canvas cover for it. But besides that, everything else is done. I really love just how scale everything is. Like all the proportions of this truck. I mean, it looks exactly like the real truck. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Spin Tires. It's a computer game, but you can actually drive this around in that game. And it's kind of like Spin Tires in real life, with a better camera view. Some of you guys will know what I'm talking about. But I love just the front view. Let me lower the camera a little bit here. Just how, like, beefy it looks. Just looks like a monster that could, like, destroy trees, which obviously isn't a good thing, but it could if you wanted to. Like, my favorite part of the whole truck is the front fenders. Just the kind of like the emptiness that's right up in the front. Just makes it look like the tire can like reach up and climb up over anything. But let me show you all the electronics. So under the hood, I pretty much fit everything. I'm not sure if the lighting's good enough on the camera here, but I decided to put the speed controller on the outside of the engine block, and I put the lighting control unit and my receiver inside the engine. And it's cool how much space there is on around the engine. I know on most RC trucks, like all the semi-trucks, all the electronics go in the cab, because on most of them, they don't have a proper full interior. So it's kind of cool on this one. It feels like you're actually working inside of a mini truck engine when you're wiring it all together. And down in the corner, I put a voltmeter. They sell those at Hobby King for only like $2. I have those in all my RC stuff. I really like those things. You have to wire it directly to your battery though. So you have to unplug the battery when you're not using it if you don't have a power switch. But let me turn it on here. Little rubber hood hinge clamp things. So yeah, the thing comes with headlights. You can control them from the radio if you have enough channels. I just put it to a switch on I just have a Turnigy 9X that's been modified with a Smarty Parts board. There's a lot of info on that online. If you guys have one of these radios, I'd recommend looking that up. I'll put a link in the video. But it's got headlights and blinkers on each side. I couldn't figure out any way to turn on hazard lights. I'm not sure if it has that or not. But there's a blinker down here and there. And then on the back side are also the 3 lights on the top. So on the back, the lights are yeah, the blinkers. And then when you start going, the brake lights actually turn off. And the reverse lights. And this is just using their stock transmission still with the, I think it comes with a 35 turn motor. But it has an insane amount of power. I was testing it out earlier. So much power it like twists the axle up. I'm worried to floor it like that. I don't want to break it before I actually get to use it. So we'll wait to test out its strength once I get it outside. But using the Turnigy radio, I have my steering servo slowed down to like a 1 second delay. So you guys watch when I steer it. It's just a little more realistic. Personally, I hate people who do all this work on scale vehicles and then they don't bother to do anything with the electronics. Like they'll have, let me show you really quick. Without that delay, I mean, the truck in real life, it'd be impossible to do that. Like, I wish more people would spend time on that. I know there's a company that sells some kind of small electronic thing that you can plug in between a servo to actually slow it down if you don't have a Turnigy radio. But I would recommend looking into it. It just makes it a lot more realistic. So yeah, next video I'll probably have the wooden deck in, And then after that, I'll make a couple videos of it actually driving around outside. So take a look at my links in the video and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.